Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Zell back with another video for y'all. Let's just hop right into it, man. I know y'all already heard the news that JD5 did practice today. After there was some speculation that he wasn't with the QBs when they came out of the bubble. Earlier today that he probably didn't practice today, but Dan Quinn did assure that he did practice today. He practiced in the bubble, away from any media things, and away from, they didn't even get to see him pretty much walk or throw not one pass. But he did practice today, and Dan Quinn pretty much said he looked good. So I wanted to go over that with y'all, man. Pretty much I want to go over what Dan Quinn had to say about what he did in practice and how he looked. So he says, we will assess how he responds to the work that we did over the next 48 hours. But he says we really pushed it today. Playing quarterback, the movements, the skills, and also specific to the game plan, going through the whole thing. He also says we're really following that process and we'll let our eyes decide how he responds over the next 48 hours. And that will guide us and we'll make the best decision for him and the team. He also says we really wanted to push him today. To see where he would be and then see how he responds to that push to go. But it was a good day. That is such good news from Dan Quinn. That's such good news from Dan Quinn. And that goes back to what I said yesterday about me thinking that he will play. I think it's mind tricks, man. They playing Jedi mind tricks with the Bears, and why not? Why not use a competitive advantage when you have one? Why not have the Bears over there thinking like, dang, should we prepare for Marcus Mariota or should we prepare for Jayden Daniels? Like, even if they are already, the Bears could be already over there from Sunday or Monday already preparing for Jayden Daniels regardless. That's fine with them, but there's a possibility that they're over there thinking about it, thinking about they could have possibly started to prepare for Mariota or they could have possibly started to prepare for JD5. But either way, it wouldn't hurt to not give out that information until you absolutely have to. So I like it, man. I like it. And that's a sign from this organization that we haven't done in the past, where they seem like they're handling things the right way. I don't think that they're going to put JD5 out there if he's not 100%. So I think you can still expect them to call them run plays every now and then. I think that's still going to be in the game plan because that's part of who JD5 is. That's part of his his attributes. Like, that's who he is. You can't take away his running ability just because he got banged up a week before. If that's the case, you don't play him. And if they do end up putting him out there, then you know that's going to be in the game plan. So with that being said, I think he's going to play, man. I think if you listen to what Dan Quinn had to say, it just seems like they're playing that game of we don't want to put all our chips in the basket. I think JD5 has been practicing all week in that bubble where the cameras can't get to him. That's just my opinion, though. I really do, and I don't have the quotes, but Dan Quinn was asked earlier today, is there a competitive advantage pretty much, or is there a reason of not, giving a definitive answer? And he pretty much said no, which you should say. But we all know, man, if you've been following this all week and seeing what the responses has been from the team and from the coaching staff and from Dan Quinn, like they're taking the right steps in this whole ordeal, and it just seems like they don't want to give out too much information. But I mean, again, it's possible. It is a possibility that JD5 does not play. But based off what I've seen, I just think I think he's going to play, man. I really do. I really do think he's going to play. Yeah, man, he said they put him through the gauntlet and he responded well. That means he went through practice today. They really ramped it up to see if he can gain time. And then at the end of it today, Dan Quinn said he responded really well. And then he says we're going to go over the next 48 hours to see how what they did responds to his body, how his body responds to that. So it's going to be a game time decision. It's going to be a game time decision, but I think JD5 going to run out that tunnel, ready to go in all black unis, man. All black unis. Let's see here. Um, Again, we not doctors. None of us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Some of us are doctors that chime in on it, but most of the majority of us that do the content creation stuff, we not doctors. Like nobody even knows unless you in the organization. You at the table testing JD, touching on his ribs and going all the tests. Pause, but doing all the tests on his ribs and in the organization and in the thick of it, you're not gonna know what's going on. We don't even know what the rib injury is. All we know is it's a rib injury. We don't know if it's a bruise, if he tore anything, if anything's broke. I think Dan Quinn did say nothing was broke, but we don't know exactly what it is. It could be so minuscule, and he comes back out Sunday. If we needed that game Sunday, I'm pretty sure he would have played. That's what my opinion is. I think they would have put him back out there. But again, we don't know the extent of this injury. It doesn't, based off what is said, it doesn't seem serious. Obviously, they said it's not a lingering injury that's going to linger on, so that's a very good thing. Because if something pop up again in the future. I mean, he did have a rib injury in LSU. I forgot what game that was where he had to come out with a rib injury. But he went right back in. He went right back in and was able to finish the game. So again, if we needed that win, if we needed him, if it was like a playoff game or had playoff implications, I think he would have played. I think he would have came back in and played. But I mean, we was already blowing Carolina out, so it wasn't no point to throw him back in there. But yeah, man, I trust the coaches. I trust the coaches. They haven't given me any reason not to trust them so far. I mean, Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, and the boys, they've been doing a great job all year, all 7 weeks, even in the offseason, with the player reconstruction. We're getting players ready to play. Man. It just feels different this year, and that's why I trust them. It doesn't feel like anything. I've been a fan all my life. I'm 29. Been a fan all my life, and I've never felt this energy from this team. It just feels good, and it feels like they know what they're doing. Like they know what they're doing. So I just want to add that in there. But I want to play this video for y'all from JD5 of him talking about his injury and how he did today. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull this video up for y'all real quick. And y'all tell me, man. I'm going to play the whole video. And y'all tell me what y'all think. If y'all think he really hurt or if he playing. Let's take a look. Let's see. Y'all let me know, man.
So good, so good. Do I expect to play? I want to play, but not my decision.
He want to play.
Um, something to my rib. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's something to that area right there.
How has it progressed throughout the week for you?
Like I said, I mean, I feel good. Been treatment, all that, trying to get back right, and give myself a chance to go out there and be confident to play. And ultimately, the trainers and Adam and DQ to make the decision to let me play and stuff like that. They feel confident too.
What do you need to see from yourself to feel comfortable going out there?
I think it's just, I got 48 hours to see how I feel, and we'll just go from there.
I imagine the pain was noticeable at the injury, maybe the day after. How has it progressed during the week?
Yeah, it kind of with time and rest comes. From Sunday to now, it feels better, but I still got some time. I still got some marks that I need to hit to, they feel comfortable with putting me out there.
Is this something that you might even have to worry about lingering into the season, or players how much of this is caution too, as you guys are assessing things?
No, I don't think so. It's football. At the end of the day, things happen. Sometimes you might have to fight through something, but if you could go, you can give it your all, and be smart about it. Obviously, they want to put me in any position they want to feel comfortable in. For my future, I want to put myself in that predicament either.
What's the hardest part to get these two coordinators? Like, what's the lingering issue? Is it pain? Is it more just comfort throwing? What is it?
I think it's a mixture of a lot of stuff. I can't really just pinpoint one thing, but it's kind of just keep me in the training room, trying to put myself in a position to go out there and play.
Last one.
How much do you look forward to this specific game? Obviously, you and Caleb, the first two games.
I look forward to it. I respect the Caleb and everybody, but I look forward to trying to play every game. It's not who I'm playing against. Chicago is a good team, but I'm looking forward to go out there and hopefully if I play, if I don't, it is what it is. We'll be moving forward, but I treat every game the same.
Because you guys were drafted 1-2, do you kind of feel like you guys are going to be linked throughout your careers because of that?
That's for y'all to figure out. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey, y'all do with what y'all will with that information, but to me that tells me a lot, man. The fact that he's in there smiling, the smile to me tells me that he thinks he has a really good chance of playing. And then on top of that, with what Dan Quinn has said with how he looked good at practice, how they put him through the gauntlet, and he looked really, really well. And now they're at the point where they just need to see how his body responds to what they did over the next 48 hours. So it's going to be a game time decision, man. At the end of the day, it is still possible he may not play. Don't get that misconstrued with what I'm saying. There's a possibility that he still might not play, but I think it's slimmer now that we got this information. And I think my opinion is that he will come out there. He's going to be running out the tunnel like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, ready to go. So Sunday come around, I do expect him to play. And yep, that is what that is. My expectations for JD5 this weekend, if he does play, again, I expect him to be himself. I don't think they're going to hold back the playbook because at that point he's not 100%. If they have to not call plays that they wanted to call plays for a healthy Jayden Daniels, they're not going to play him because he's not healthy. So you can definitely expect some run plays this weekend. You can definitely expect that. Not too much. I mean, you can expect pretty much the same amount of run plays as we've been putting out all season. Design run plays, that is, not the ones where he gets out the pocket and runs. But what y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. If y'all think he gonna play, if not, do y'all trust in Mariota? Either way, based on what I seen from Mariota, I think we can win this game. It's definitely winnable. But yeah, man, I think the team is doing what they need to do. They're not giving out too much information to the Bears. They're still trying to hold that competitive advantage. They're making them prepare for both QBs. So that's the smart thing to do, and that's how organizations should be ran. And I appreciate from these boys, man. I really do. Yeah. Before I go, I do want to touch on our offensive and defensive keys this weekend. So offensively, I think the number one thing we need to establish, obviously, is the run game. We've been one of the best run teams all season. And I think that's what we need to do here to secure a win. I think B-Rob needs to be B-Rob, man. Be what he's been for since he got here in this season. If there was one, this is a really good Bears defense. Don't get it twisted. This defense is obviously really, really good. If there was one weakness that you had to say about this defense, it's probably in the interior end. So I expect us to expose that. I expect us to, send them up in the middle, get them 5, 6, 7-yard chunks, run gains, and keep it going from there. We also need to win a time possession. So I think that goes hand in hand with the run game. That's going to be spinning the clock. So defensively, I think we're going to need to get to Caleb. Caleb has a tendency to hold on the ball just a little bit too long. But at the same time, he can make plays. If you let him get out the pocket and get on the run, he's going to make plays. That's what he's good at. That's his superpower. Getting out the pocket, throwing on the run, letting his wide receivers get open, letting DJ Moore get open, letting Roma Dunze get open, letting the other wide receiver that they got, I forgot his name, but letting them get open. He's going to hit them. He's going to hit them. Keenan Allen, that's his name. He's going to hit his target. And that's one of the things we got to do. We have to get to him, and we have to keep him in the pocket. He's one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league so far this season, if not the most sacked quarterback in the league. So that's key to defense. We have to, if he's sitting back there and just chilling, bouncing around, looking through his reads and rolling out and going around and it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. We cannot allow that. Our secondary isn't built for that. So we're going to see, man. Hopefully we get Dorrance Armstrong back this weekend. I think he's listed as questionable. Coleman is probably out. He's coming off a concussion, but that's okay. That's okay. We got our other boy in there. He's been playing pretty good. So we're gonna see, man. I expect us to win, of course. I'm gonna be at the game, so I won't have any videos, but I will have content for y'all, man. I'm gonna post some content from the game that when I go out there. If you check the comments, check the description down below. I'm gonna post my Twitter and my Instagram accounts down there, man. Y'all can follow me and check my page out. I'm gonna post some content on there. And man, thank y'all for joining me though, man. Please subscribe, like, comment, hit that ring button so you can get the notifications, the bell button. Yeah, man. Again, thank y'all for watching my video. I appreciate y'all for taking the time out. And peace out, man. Y'all have a good weekend.